Hi guys, welcome to this session on Microsoft Visio. What we're going to look at in this module is how to create a basic network diagram. So if I just go back one step, you can see where these are. Just cancel that off. So these are the categories down the bottom there. So the recently used categories, network, and then you can see all the different diagrams. And this is the one I'm going to pick, the basic network diagram. You've got a couple of options there, little ideas how to do one. So I'm going to create, and then you get your stencils on the left, quick shapes, some shapes there, firewall, router, server, etc., computers and monitors, network and peripherals, and so on. So these are all the stencils, and obviously you can search for other stencils as well. So let's have a quick look at what we've got in quick shapes. So I want a wireless access point. I want a server. Well, let's put a firewall there, and then a server, and now I need some PCs, so we need an Ethernet set junction point, so let's put that in there. Now what I've got on this right hand side is shape data activated, so you can see whatever I click on, it tells you what it is. That's the server, that's the firewall, that's the web access, wireless access point, and there is a whole array of information there for you to fill in, which we'll have a quick look at in a second. So let's just position this where we want it to go. Now firewall got that there, so now I need some PCs, so let's just have 3 PCs. 1, 2, 3. Now there's lots of different features you can have in this. Now I need to go back to the home tab and put some connectors on here. So remember from previous sessions, if the whole thing goes green, it's going, the connectors are shape to shape, which is what I want it to do. That means if you move that shape around, if I just pick this one up and move it around, it will always go to the nearest point of that connector there. Look, it's going this way now, so that's okay. And then a connector to the server, shape to shape connector, rather than individual points. And then to the server, we might have a router in between there. Actually, let's just do a little router. Let's put a router up there, and then from the server or the router, we're going to individual points there. Now that is actually sat how I want it to sit, but that was a bit of a fluke really. That's okay. Then each PC needs to be connected into this, again shape to shape connector, so then it doesn't matter if you start moving these about, like so. Pointer tool off. So if I just move this about, the line stays with it, so it's not going to do anything weird and wonderful. And let's have a quick look in computers and monitors. Nothing there. And then network peripherals. So what have we got here? Printer. Let's have a network printer coming in there. Now if I'd have left the connector tool on, it would have just done that for me, but there you go. And then pointer tool, and then there you've got your item. So what's all this about? The asset number and serial number and everything. What I'll do is I'll click on one of these PCs and I'll just start filling this in, because I'm just going to make these numbers up, obviously. Location, HR building, room 10, etc. Manufacturer, Dell. Product A123. Not doing the part number. Not doing that. Network name. I don't know. Asset 1. IP address. That's just an IP address. 198.191.1.0. not doing the subnet mask, blah blah blah. All this stuff you can fill in or not bother. Memory, and so on and so on. The reason I'm filling this in is because you can run lots of reports in these type of diagrams. If I go onto the review tab, you've got shape reports, which you have for all of the other templates as well, but this one has got the normal inventory report, but then network devices, network equipment, and PC report. So these are all, and obviously you can create your own and add your own fields, but there's quite a lot of information here, and if you're not filling it all in, you might want to create your own. Just basically create a new report and then start ticking things on and off that you want. And you can also add extra fields in here, shape data. I'll just come out of this for a second. If I go into data, define shape data, this is where you can add extra things or delete things if you don't want all that information. So you can get rid of that and then just create your own. But then if you did do that, if you're creating your own items in this list, you would then definitely have to create your own report because these default reports wouldn't pick up those new fields that you'd created. So let's have a quick look at what these look like. So if I run each one of these in turn, there's not a lot of data in this, so some of them might be blank. You've got the option there to run it to Excel or HTML or whatever. I'll just run it to Excel so you can see what it looks like. So that's just giving you an inventory of all the shapes basically. And don't save that one. And the next one down is going to be network devices, run, do it into Excel again. Okay. There's only that ASIC one at the bottom there. Now, but you see the information I've put in there isn't filling all these informations. I didn't fill all the information in, so normally that would be filled in if you use this report. But like I've already said, I would probably use my own reports rather than those. And then network equipment, run, Excel, okay. Again, just a bit more information, but not much. And then the last one was PC report, run, Excel, okay, no shapes. Alright, so that's telling you there's no shapes that satisfy whatever the columns are for this report. But that's how you create a basic network diagram and make it as complicated or as simple as you so wish. And you can type on these obviously, and you can type in these lines as well. If I can get on them. It's all one big long line, that one. But that's all I want to talk about for this session, so I hope you've enjoyed that, and I'll see you in the next one. Thank you for your time.